The sponsor of this video is Massdrop. Massdrop is a group buy site that hosts group buys with crazy low pricing of products voted on by the community. The other day I saw the E-Element RGB keyboard for just $80, and that price for an RGB keyboard definitely caught my eye, so I had to check it out. Link in the description to go make a free account and check it out for yourself. This is definitely an odd keyboard. It's from a company I've never heard of, and it uses key switches I've never heard of, and its price is unheard of. When I think of pricing for an RGB keyboard, I think around $180, like some of the options from Corsair. When I think of an affordable RGB keyboard, I'd put it as around $120. But this E-Element RGB keyboard is just $90 on Massdrop, including shipping, and that's pretty mind-blowing. And you might have noticed that I've only mentioned Massdrop as the place to buy it right now because I tried to find it in other places. I searched it up on Amazon and got nothing. I searched it up on eBay and got nothing. And I searched it up on Google even and got nothing. Not even a company website, I got nothing. The only other place I could find this keyboard was on AliExpress.com, where you could get it for $115 with a 35-day delivery time. So if you're considering getting one, you're gonna wanna get it now from Massdrop. The look of the keyboard is stunning. The brushed aluminum just looks really elegant, and then the floating keycap design looks good with the LEDs kind of bouncing off the silver aluminum. I really like the look. And overall, I'd say it looks really good, other than the font. The whole look is generally just kind of good looking, like elegant looking, as I said, but then the font comes out of nowhere and is very gamer-esque, kind of reminding me of Razer, and it just doesn't fit the rest of the keyboard. I really don't like it. I wish they would have went with a more neutral font that more users would like. I want to touch on the outer aluminum plate again. Yes, it looks fantastic, but it doesn't feel that good. It's probably the outer coating of paint they use to get that brushed look, but it really doesn't feel as good as it looks. So if looks is all you're worried about, you're in the clear, but it definitely feels just a little plasticky or just not as high quality as it looks. Let's talk about the lighting, because without the RGB lighting, this keyboard would really not be that big of a deal. And it comes with RGB lighting with 6 different programmable modes, and the best way I can show those to you is literally just to take you through them one by one, so here's that. So I'm going to take you through each of these 6 modes of lighting. To turn the lighting on and to control the brightness is FN and the arrow keys. There's the off, and then there's 4 stages of lighting. So there's FN 1, 2, 3, 4, but the 3rd level looks best on camera. And then to cycle through your modes, you just hold the FN key and use these 6 buttons here. They're labeled 1 through 6, and each of them represents a different mode. And you're started off here on the first mode, which just fades through all the colors. And if at any point you want to pause it and you like the color, you just hold the FN and click 1 again, and it will pause the color and keep it at that. Or you can do FN 1 again, and it will continue cycling through the colors. So you can move on to the next mode by just going FN 2. And this is sort of a ripple effect mode, and the first ripple effect is this rainbow type, but if you click FN2 again, it'll turn into just a solid color, and then FN2 one more time, and it'll turn into a solid color ripple effect. So now it's rippling through the different colors, and if, say, I liked pink, I could just do FN2 again, and it would pause it at pink, which is pretty cool, or FN2 again to get back to the rainbow ripple. Then you can go FN3 to get to the 3rd mode, which is like a wave of colors that's not too fast. And then again, if you wanted to pause it, all you have to do is do FN3, and it's paused with green over here, blue over here. FN3 again, we'll just resume it. Moving to the 4th mode is the faster rainbow wave, and again, if you just want to pause it, FN4 pauses it. FN4 again will resume it. And then over to the 5th mode, which is custom setting. In this mode, you can set every single key to any color you want. You can see that I have it alternating by row blue and white for MS Tech colors, but if you wanted to adjust the color of a single key, you do FN5 again, and you're in the customizability mode. So if I wanted to adjust, say, the enter key, I would just tap it, and then I can cycle through all the colors, and whenever I stop pressing it, it will stay at this color, but since it's a white key in this pattern, I'm going to wait till I get white, and then I'm just going to leave it. FN5 one more time, and I actually undid the FN light by accident, so I'll do FN5 again, cycle through the FN to white, and then FN5. And the last mode is FN6, which is a reactive typing mode, so when you press a button, a light will come on shortly after, and you can cycle through the colors by clicking FN6, so if I click FN6 one more time, it will now be a red trail. FN6 again, it will now be a blue trail. FN6 again, it will be a pink purple trail. FN6 again, it'll be green, and then eventually you'll cycle back to white, but You can cycle through any color that you want in reactive typing, but generally I keep it on the 5th mode. I keep it on the 5th mode because it's the MS Tech theme and it looks totally badass. The key switches are definitely the most controversial aspect of this keyboard. Instead of going with Cherry MX switches like most mechanical keyboards do, they went with some off-brand Aotumu switches or something like that. And I get it that could save money and that allows them to have a lower price tag overall on the keyboard, and that's a good thing. But the real question that matters is, was that choice worth it? Are these Aotumu switches as good or good enough compared to the Cherry MX ones? In short, no, they're not as good as Cherry MX switches, but I do think the choice was worth it. I have the Aotumu Blue switches, which are very similar to the Cherry MX Blue switches, which I also have a keyboard here with, and they're pretty similar. You have a lot of similarities, the tactile click, the key press, everything feels pretty similar, but the Cherry MX switches just feel a little more satisfying to type on. And honestly, you will get used to it, so it's not that big of a deal, but you will notice a difference. Here's a sound test so you can compare what the different sound would look like from a Cherry MX Blue switch and the Aotumu Blue switch. To somebody new to mechanical keyboards, you will not notice the difference. It'll feel great to you and you'll love it. But to somebody that's had a little bit of experience with different types of keyboards and switches like myself, I definitely noticed a difference right out of the box compared to regular Cherry MX Blue switches. But you do get used to it, as I said. I've been using it for about a week now, and I'm already very used to it. It was just that initial impression that threw me off a little bit. So that's it for this video. That is the E-Element RGB keyboard, a hard to find but affordable RGB keyboard that may not be the best keyboard, but it's definitely worth the money that you pay for it if you are getting it for less than $100 like you can on Mass Drop. So thank you for watching. Subscribe if you want to see more content, and as always, stay classy.